So size is 100 by 75. Okay, 100 75. Okay. Now I will draw the center rectangle also. Okay, center rectangle also. This is 40 mm. Okay, and 30 mm. Okay, 40 mm and 30 mm. Now position is exactly middle as the dimensions are not specified. If the dimensions are not specified, position of any component, then you treat it as a symmetry about vertical axis as well as horizontal axis. Now we'll go for dimensions. Now this has to be 40. Now this has to be 30. Okay. Now let us fix today. We'll use fix constraint. We'll go for fixing vertical axis and horizontal axis. See how it's changing. Now let us take this and this. We go for constraints, make them as a parallel. Now it's giving some error. Okay. Let us select this parallel. My God. Along with fixation, you need to go for coincident also. Okay. Let us take dimensions again. This has to be 75. Okay. Now dimension for this one. This has to be 100. Okay. Make this and this coincident. So because of my mouse, I am not getting proper activation here. Now let us select this. See, select this and this. Go for constraints, vertical height. Select this and this. Go for constraints, parallel. Okay, it's turning. Let us delete. Let us delete here. Okay. This has to be vertical. So you can check dimensions first. This has to be 100. You can go through center point also. You can go through center point also. Okay. Let us learn. So in industry, how you are going to get the difficulties. Okay. Because simple, you can go for simple problems easily. When you go on for complicated problems, they will take a lot of time. Okay. So how much you'll get? I think you'll get a 30 here. 30 dimensions from this to this. Also 30 from this to this dimension. Now it's a 30, 75, 70 minus 30 means you'll get a 20. Okay. On each side you'll get a 20. Okay. Exit sketcher. Now I'll go for multiple pad. Okay. Now which one is the center portion? So now this is the center portion. So center portion has to be height of 23, right? 23 mm. Okay. Now this portion has to be 20 mm. Okay. Now you got exact rectangle block. Let us go for making the edge fillet here. This side as a 15 mm. Okay. Now go for dresser features. Select here edge fillet. Okay. Select this one. Radius is how much? 15. Okay. Oh. And this side also 15. Next. Now we'll go for a draft here. Okay. That is what a draft angle. Select this surface you want to make a draft. Then go for neutral element. You just hold and select bottom surface. Okay. Now how much angle you want to draft? You want to draft 5 angle. Okay. Now to show here, it's showing outside. Let us go for minus. Let us see what will happen. Okay. It has gone inside, right? It has gone inside. Now similarly, go for draft. Select the surface. Then you select selected here. Close. Go for bottom surface. Now you have a direction here. You can reverse the direction also. Okay. Now go for preview. What will happen? Now it's showing outside. Okay. Now it's showing outside. You need really inside. Go for positive value. How much you want? 55. Let us go for 5. Okay. So what is the thing? Now you need to go for fillet here. Radius of 5 mm. Okay. Radius of 5 mm. So on this long edges, 100 mm edges. So select here edge fillet. How much? 5. Preview. Select edges. 5. Preview. Right. Now similarly go for edge. You can select 2 edges at a time. No problem. Okay. Hold on control key. Hold on control key. So you can make. Next. Now this is what bottom portion. Let us see. Now for top portion they have fillet of that is what edge of radius 3 on all 4 corners here. On all 4 corners. Okay. Now I'll go for edge. Okay. Radius as a 3. Okay. Selection method. Tangency. We'll select this edge. Hold on control key, preview, okay. Edge, okay. Okay. Now, if we need a hole here, if we need a hole, look out. Now hole dimension here is at 10 and 15. Okay. It is a rectangular hole. Let us go for a pocket. Okay. You can carry out pocket after shell command, because if you earlier created the pocket, so it's going to remain its thickness at that particular position. Okay. Now, now this is what shell command. Now, as I want to go for bottom surface, select the surface. Okay. Provide 2 mm thickness. Now you want to remove that surface. Okay. If you make a wireframe model, okay. Next, we'll go for a rectangle hole, rectangle pocket. Go for pocket. Okay. Now for sketching, you select this top surface. Okay. Select the top surface. Now what I'll do, I'll draw a rectangle here. Draw a rectangle. Now check out dimensions. Okay. Now from here to here it has to be 10 mm. Okay. Now from here it is 630 mm on each side. 30 mm on each side. Now I'll go for dimensions. Now this has to be 30 mm. Okay. From here also it has to be 30 mm. Now from here it is 15. Now 100 minus 15 is how much? 85. Okay. So 85 divided by 2, it is what? 42.5. It is what? 42.5. Now I will exit here. Okay. Now I want to remove inside material. Preview. Now this is the component. This is the component. Okay. I hope you understood draft as well as shell. Okay. And multipad option also. Do you have any queries? You have any queries? Okay. Now, as you have another 15 minutes time, shall I go for modeling of this one? the shown figure. Shall I go for modeling of this one? Okay, right. Now 12 thickness is here, okay, and 20 thickness is here, okay, and 16 center position is here. From here again it is a 16 How we can model this one? You can make this as a two part. This is one part because it has a thickness is different, and you can make this as a another part. Okay? The thing is that to model this one, actual in practical, they may go for casting. If the mass production is there, they go for casting. If they needed only one product or two products or three products, they'll go for machining. Okay? In real practical and real industry, if the components requires are 100 to 1000 together, they will go for casting. Okay. If they need one or two, they will go for machining. Okay. So by using various type of machinings, that is what shaping, milling, and drilling. Okay, they will go for different type of machinings. That is a different thing. Okay. Now I'll go for modeling of this one, making as a two futures initially. Then I'll go for adding the dress of futures. I'll go for adding dress of futures. Now let us look out here. Now we'll for you can go for pad also, multiple pad also by drawing sketch. Okay. Shall we go for multiple pad? Okay. Now we'll select this top plane. Now you just take care for rotation. Okay. So it's 64 and 75. Okay. This is what 75 by 2, and this is also 64 by 2. This has to be 64. Okay. Now this is going to be 75. Next. Now what about this portion? So what I'll do, I will take up to this quadrant point 50 plus 20, 70. Okay. 50 plus 20, 70. No, this has to be 40 Okay. Because the radius is 20 means you will get the diameter as a 40. Okay. Next. This is 70. Okay. Now from this to this, how much? It is 35 divided by 2. 35 divided by 2. Okay. Okay. I'll exit. Now it has been rotated. So that is what you need to take care. Multiple pad. So valid the feature you want to create because it is going to create intersected portions here. Intersected portions. it has to create loop in a such a way that it has to form a complete loop. It means complete close. Now this line is acting as a intersected portion for this surface as well as this surface also. Let us go for editing sketch. Okay. Let us see what will happen. Trim. Okay. Exit. Look for simple pad here. Okay. So we go for 12 mm. 12 mm. Think let us divide this one into two features itself. Okay. Divide this one into two features itself. Now look for sketch. Select top view. Made a mistake again. Instead of deleting, if you edited earlier sketch, then it's a war. Is it right? Instead of deleting, we gone for earlier sketch itself. Now this is what over constraint diagram. This is what over constraint diagram. Now in this case, you need to delete any one dimensions. Right? Now this is what fully constraint diagram. Exit. Okay. Exit. Now you look at what is the overall height we need to extrude. We need to extrude 20 plus 16 plus 16. Go for pad. You can provide an equation 20 plus 16 plus 16. Okay. Right. One more thing. You can draw an U shape. You can extrude it. That is going to be reduce the pocket portion. That is going to reduce pocket portion. Okay. Is it right? So you can select side view. Okay. You can select side view. Then you can draw an U shape. That is also okay. Let us go for again pad. Now we select this as now I'll draw one more rectangle. Select this edge and this edge. Coincident. Okay. Then select dimensions. This has to be 70. Now this dimension has to be 40. This has to be how much? 75 minus 40, 35 by 2, right? Now select this one and this one, so go for parallel. And select this one and this one. Select this one and this one, parallel and coincident. Oh, see, coincident has been not done yet. Select this edge, make coincident. Okay, okay. You need to make a more practice. If you want to become a familiar, you need to make a more practice. That is only one habit to get familiar with any type of CAD software. Now this has to be 12 mm. Okay? This has to be 12 mm. Now go for edge. Select this edge and this edge. So radius is to be 20. Okay. So preview. Okay. Then this edge. Now go for again edge. This edge and this edge. I selected 3. Okay. Tangents. Remove. Now what is the radius here? Radius is 12. Okay. Now we need to select carefully edges here. Okay. Edge. So now go for tangent. Just select minimal here. Okay. Radius is to be 12. Preview. Okay. And similarly select one more edge. 12. Preview. Okay. Now we'll complete this portion. So you have a 3 holes. You have a 3 holes. Okay. Now radius here it is 16. Okay. Now all 4 corners. Let us go for fillet here. Select this and this. Radius has to be 16. Okay. Preview. Okay. Now we'll go for the elongated hole here. I'll go for elongated hole on this side. We'll go for sketch. Okay. Select the surface. Make model as a wireframe. Okay. So we have an elongated hole here. Just to first place. Radius is 6. Sorry. How much it has taken? Okay. Let us go for dimensions. So now this has to be how much? It is 44. Center to center is a 44. Okay. Right. From here to here. Now this has to be radius of 6 mm. Right. And dimension from this endpoint to this endpoint. It is how much? 75 minus 44. Okay, I think I'll go for brackets here. Divided by, okay, and divided by 2, right? Now I'll go for exit. Now I'll go for pocket here. Now we need to remove it entirely. Okay, so go for up to next preview. Oh. Next we will go for again pocket here. I will select this side surface now. I'll put in rectangle. I'll put in rectangle here. Okay. Let's go for dimensions. So it's to be 20. Okay. Now thickness of this portions you just calculate 64 minus 20. 64 minus 40. It is 24 divided by 2, 12. Okay. Dimensions from this edge to this edge. Sorry. Right? Now I'll exit. Okay. Now I want to remove inside portion. Up to next preview. Right. Next you need to go for 3 holes here. 1, 2, 3. You can use the pocket option or you can go for hole option. Okay. What I will do, I will go for pocket option first. Okay. For surface I will select this one. For sketch I will select this one. Now we've just drawn 3 circles here. Okay, so radius is now diameter is 20 here. I think so. Yes, 16. Okay. 16. Now you go for positioning, horizontal positioning as well as vertical positioning. Now 44, 75 minus 44. Okay. I think how much? 21 divided by 2. 10.5. This is also 10.5. You got 11.5 or 10.5? It's at 21 by 10.5. Next, from this edge to this edge, that is exactly middle. Okay, that's what 32. That's what 32. I can use collinear option here. You can use collinear option for these 2 points. Now I'll exit. Okay. Go for mirror. Go for dimensions here because I want to cut on both sides. Okay. So minimum is 20. So this completes your model. I think we made a mistake here for placement of these holes. We need to check out the dimensions. They are in extreme positions. That means we took a less length here. Or these dimensions may be wrong. Sorry. I think it's 44 is a whole dimension. We are getting a more dimension distance here. Okay, so our burrs are very less. Now you must make this hole as a concentric. We have not made a hole as a concentric. Okay. Now select this. Okay, and this for concentricity. How much will get a distance? Let us check. Oh, we are getting 54. Okay, that is not 75 minus 44. We get a 31. We get a 31. Okay, so now this has to be changed. Now this is 15.5. I think for earlier groove holes also we made a mistake. We made a mistake. Okay. 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 So you have any queries? We have another 5 minutes. You can just chat. So are you happy with this course as well as the content? Hello? Because making the only modeling is a different. So understanding the other what are the features inside this CATIA is different. Okay. So making 5 to 10 models is a different. Understanding the features, different features what are available here is there is a different. Okay. If you want to learn full detail in depth of this CATIA software, you need minimum 6 months. Okay. If you want to learn this CATIA software in depth, you need minimum 6 months. So whatever learning here is only basic thing. Okay. Shall I stop?